Okay, so part two, the heart of my reading is desire, right? So now we're talking about union and power, right? When you come into union with yourself and you understand your power, now you can have anything that your heart desires, right? So it's like, I think the tagline for this is what I desire desires me, like what I want wants me. Again, it's the passion, it's the feeling, right? You have the knowledge, you have the information of understanding who you are because you are whole, and now you know your power. And then at the top where I have wholeness, I have fearless love, right? Because I am whole within myself and I love myself, the light, the dark, the masculine, the feminine, the mind, body, spirit, however you want to do it, the spirit and the body, however you want to put it. I am whole within myself. So now I can love fearlessly, right? And I can love fearlessly because I know that that love is going to be reciprocated. And then at the bottom, the meditation, sitting with yourself, sitting with the information, soul forgiveness. Forgive yourself, right? We all are in this world learning, right? We have been lied to for years. We are under these generational curses. We are in this illusion. Forgive yourself for doing what you thought was right in that time. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made because you should have learned something from all of those things, right? We fall down and we get back up. Forgive yourself. It's okay. It's not the end of the world unless you make it the end of the world. And then intelligence, live out loud. A lot of this, of course, is for me because I do readings for me, but I feel like if someone can benefit from it, I will share it. So my wisdom, my knowledge, my level of understanding allows me to live in my truth. You know, I am me. This is who I am. This is who you get. I am not ashamed, right? I'm not ashamed of who I am, of the information, of what I am. And in this case, my prosperity comes from me speaking up. It's coming from my voice, very throat chakra. Mame Kumba Bang, she's in this blue, um, very regal. And it's like, speak up, speak your truth, live in your truth. What you speak, that's how you live. Your actions and your words should match, right? Is what I'm getting from this. And then it's like your hope, your passions, your desire, what you want, stay grounded in it, right? You have to keep your feet grounded so that there is a plan, so that you can, your intentions are going back into the earth, going back into the universe so that it can come out, so that it can comes back to you, right? Stay grounded in your hopes and your desires and in your voice and your truth. And then alchemists, the alchemical force, right? We're talking about making changes. We're talking about alchemizes, and what's clarified? Radical rebirth. Now, I have never received this card throughout this since I've had these cards. This is a new card for me as well, which is another sign that I am moving into just another frequency or a different energy. And radical rebirth is what? Still I rise, right? So even after everything that has happened, I have turned my pain into not necessarily pleasure, but I've turned it into a lesson, something that's going to help me. And an alchemist just changes something and to make it something else, right? So I have taken my story and I am, that's part of the prosperity, speaking up, telling my story. I'm taking my pain and turning it into profit, right? So it says, still I rise. The embodiment of this says, Dust yourself off, move forward, and go for it again. Life is about transition and change. You will fall on your face, change your mind, and need to make a comeback again and again. Release the idea that you messed up if things aren't perfect. Stop waiting to be ready. Make new choices and decisions. Okay, this card right here just represents everything. And I guess that's true because I am a Scorpio rising. Pluto is also in my 11th house with Placidus, or my 12th house with whole sign, with the whole sign. So not only am I doing a radical rebirth within myself, Pluto is my chart ruler, which is all about death and rebirth. Also within the community, 11th house community, also long-term goals, wishes. So for the long term, I am going to continue to die and rebirth and come to make myself better and share it within the community. I'm also doing that in my 12th house, which is basically taking everything that I have learned, everything that I feel subconsciously, and rebirthing it or alchemizing it into something new. Like, I just love how my readings come together. I'm probably going to say that in every reading because it's just, I'm very passionate about this. I'm very in tune with how I feel, and I love that it comes out in the cards, right? And then we have passion, right? Passion is clarified by shame. And there is no shame in what I'm doing. I love the tarot readings. I love the cards. I love learning about myself. I am, not ashamed of how I feel, my passions. And in this particular one, it says I am protected, right? I am protected to show my passions. It says, her guidance says, you are beautiful and loved. Every part of you and your journey is beautiful, even the ugliest moments. You have a heart, soul, and breath that makes you beautiful. And it's about loving yourself, be passionate about you. Be passionate about you. That same passion that you want to put in your job, that same passion that you want to put in your friends and your family, that same passion that you want to put in what you feel like your purpose is, you need to put that same passion in yourself. And at the end, it says change, and it's clarified by level up. So all of this, putting that passion within myself and knowing that I am protected because I am one within myself and I understand my power and what I desire, I am changing the world around me, and I am leveling up because I have changed the world within me. I've made different choices, so I have leveled up. I have raised my vibration. I have aligned my chakras, and I have forgiven myself, and now I live in love. There's nothing else that I need to do except receive, right? And then my overall energy is resistance. It's like gang, Sarah. And I always look at that card and it's like rise up, team. It's like it's time for us to rise. Gang, right? It's like, let's get it together. Let's go through and resist what we have been taught and relearn, or not even relearn, unlearn what we knew, what we've been taught, and learn again. And then shine just fell out, right? And it's like, don't be ashamed of who you are. Shine your light. Shine with your gift. Be who you are. But she comes in, she says, I am ready to be seen and heard, right? I don't necessarily want to be seen because I'm not one to be in front of the camera, but I want to be heard because I want to inspire. And that is clarifying the exploration. I want to inspire. I want to teach what I have learned. I want to learn what someone else can teach me. I'm going to read her guidance. I'm being led to read it. And it says, you were born to shine, be seen, be heard, be a movement. We need to know your name. We want to learn your dance. And for me, my 10th house is Leo. And Placidus, it starts with Leo at the 25th degree, which is Aries degree. Like we're moving forward, we're going forward. It's about me. Um, and then my sun in Virgo is in the 10th house. And that's about me being humanitarian, me being given to the world. This is something that I want to do every day at the third degree, which is Gemini. We're talking about intellect, we're talking about intelligence, we're talking about travel, we're talking about messages, right? So this is very, very, very much me. In the whole sign, Leo, of course, covers my complete 10th house. And um, that at that point is where my Venus is. So showing up in the world with beauty, with love, with money, like my MC, like it's all right there. And then my 11th house would have my sun, shining within the community, shining with all of my long term goals, hopes, wishes, relationships, so this is a double mission for me, literally. My Placidus house has one mission and about self, right? It seems like that's more about the things that I want to do. And then the whole side system is talking about what I want to do within the community. I think this is absolutely beautiful and I'm super excited.